Welcome to the June 25th, 2026 Parma City School District. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the June 25th, 2026 Parma City School District Board of Education regular meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Nucio, we are going to move forward with the oath of office for Mr. McCune. Is there somebody here to swear him in?
Yes, Councilman Kevin Kuzmal.
Mr. Kuzmal?
Is from the city of Parma.
Mr. Kuzmal, can you come up and give the oath of office, please?
Thank you, Madam President. I've had quite a few residents contact me about this, including some concerned former residents in Panama City, Florida right now, who's also have contacted me about this, so I'm honored to be here for Patrick's oath of office. Patrick, if you raise your right hand, please repeat after me. I, Patrick McCune,
I, Patrick McCune,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a member of the Board of Education
as a member of the Board of Education
of the Parma City School District,
of the Parma City School District,
Cuyahoga County, Ohio,
Cuyahoga County, Ohio,
to the best of my
to
abilities,
the best of my abilities,
in the accordance with the laws
in accordance with the laws
now in effect and thereafter
now in effect and thereafter
to be enacted during
to be enacted during
my continuance in said office
my continuance in said office
until my successor is elected and qualified.
until my successor is elected and qualified.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thanks, brother. It's a big deal, man. Thank you.
I'm going to give him a minute to come up. Roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Present.
Mr. McCune,
Present.
Ms. McTaggart, Mrs. Sebastian,
Present.
Mr. Reyes.
Present.
Thank you, Mr. Nucio. Before we move into the agenda, I want to thank everyone for the time and preparation that goes into reviewing our materials in advance. The agenda and supporting documentation were distributed earlier this week via email to support thoughtful discussion and effective decision-making as a board. I would like to add there that all board members know we had a little bit of technical difficulty with board docs that was out of our control, but we did have the agenda meeting recorded on Monday, so everybody should have had adequate time to review that with the agenda meeting recording. So adequate review helps us work efficiently together and ensures we're prepared for any action item that we are taking this evening. This aligns with Board Policy 0123, which reflects our shared commitment to being informed on the issues before us. With that in mind, can we confirm that all members have received and reviewed the materials for tonight's meeting? Roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes.
Yes. Yes.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-281, approval of the board meeting agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-281. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes.
Yes.
Resolution 2026-06-281 has been approved. I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-282, approval of the written record of proceedings for the June 4th, 2026 regular and special board meetings.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-282. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none. Roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes.
Yes.
Resolution 2026-06-282 has been approved. Do we have any amendments?
No, we do not.
Thank you, Mr. Nucio. I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-284, approval of the following board meeting location change.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-284. Are there any questions or comments from the board? I just want to clarify that, so according to our policy with location changes, we are amending this to reflect Valley Forge, and that is best practice. However, our policy does allow us to notice meetings if there is a need for the location change. So I just wanted to note that. Roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Mrs. Sebastian.
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick.
Yes.
Mr. McCune.
Yes.
Mr. Reyes.
Yes.
Resolution 2026-06-284 has been approved. Information to the board, Dr. Hunt.
Good evening, everyone. Wow. Is that better?
Yes.
Whew. First day. That's all right. You're good. Good evening, everyone. Try not to yell into the mic. I have a couple of items for you. We're going to start with our student spotlight. If you recall, last board meeting, we still had athletes that were competing at the state level, and I greeted some of them a little earlier. So happy to see students showing up on I don't know if it's beautiful out tonight, but it's a beautiful summer day, so thank you for attending. We are so pleased to be able to recognize you. So I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Cruz, and I'm going to ask the board to join me on the floor so that we could recognize our student athletes.
All right. Good evening. So we are going to recognize, as Dr. Hunt said, our spring sports, and we had many athletes who participated this spring, and we are here to highlight just a handful of them. So coaches will invite you up by sport, and then you'll be up here, and then we'll call the kids up and shake hands and take a little photo. All right. That's very nice. So here we are recognizing the sportsmanship and the dedication and accomplishments of our athletes. And we will start with baseball. Coach Nick Loya is not able to be here. Okay. Smooth. We would like to recognize all of our players, but specifically Nicholas Hinkle, Evan Lucas, Jensen Vargo, and Peyton Wolf. Come on up. All right, and now for our Valley Forge baseball team, Coach Mick Hartle is not able to be here this evening. Little clap, give him a clap. And we would like to recognize, please come up, Nelson Cruz, Sean Frank, Carlos Santana Zekel, and Evan Tapp. So we're going to do a little photo over here. Both teams, great. Maybe one more step.
Yeah, you're not going to see us.
Can you see him? right. All right, next we have softball, Coach Matt Bramall. Did I say it right? I did, right? All right, and we have congratulations to Liana Garcia, Aubrey Kuhn, Allison Pollock, Ava Ramirez, and Elizabeth Skidmore. Come on up. And for our Valley Forge softball, Coach Jared Kuhn is not able to be here this evening. Congratulations to Camille Baraga, Gracie Kircher, Layla Martinez, and Regan Cervera. Come on up. Photo round 2 for softball. Your favorite part. All right, we'll take a photo of our softball stars. Who's the coach? I don't know. The coach. All right, and next we have tennis, coached by Dave Droz. And for Normandy, we have one student who is recognized for tennis, and that's Elijah Bousset. Elijah, are you here? Elijah's probably very busy because also recognized as Athlete of the Year. So, congrats. And we also have a Valley Forge tennis team coached by Tom Voya, and congratulations to them as well. Okay, next we are going to celebrate our girls track and field, coached by Carla Zampedro and Matt Balgren. And congratulations to Isabel Kirsch and Brooke Yantosh. And our Valley Forge girls track and field, coached by Courtney Bokosh and Rachel Hara Nicholson. Hi. Go around. Oh, I didn't shake your hand. Sorry. Oh, how about a high? Okay. Congratulations to Nevaeh Hall, Jayana Jones, Delaney Kircher, Jocelyn Marflack, Sinai. Thank you, Sinai. Sinai Mooney and Addison Struck. Come on up. for our photo? Here we go. Oh, yeah. Track and field. Go up on the steps. There we go.
Oh, yeah, we should switch. Hold on. Hold on. All right.
All right, congrats to our girls track and field. Next up, we want to celebrate our boys track and field. And coaches Carla Zampedro and Matt Balgren. Here we go. All right. And congratulations to Aiden Blackwell, Gavin Clark, and Dominic Reege. And our Valley Forge boys track and field, coached by Courtney Bokosh and Rachel Hara-Nicholson. Congratulations to, I'm sorry, Courtney. I'm just running right through. Here we go. Sorry, rushing right through it. Okay, congratulations to Nicholas Gonzalez Aviles, Matthew Novak, Yair Ruiz Vasquez, and Belvin Zerly. One more photo, one more. Here we go. So that concludes our spring sports recognition as they're taking their final photo. Just want to take a moment to thank our families that are here of our athletes. It is certainly a dedication and a commitment that comes with having a student athlete in your family. So we appreciate that. We know that our students are more successful when they participate in extracurricular activities and athletics. So thank you for your commitment to your student and for helping them to be so successful. So congratulations to our families. Yes, you may return. Thank you. Thank you. That concludes. They are. Yes, this would be a socially appropriate time.
Spin it. All right.
As everyone is exiting, again, I want to echo Dr. Hunt's words. Thank you for all the students and coaches who came out tonight and help us celebrate our student athletes. Thank you so much. You want to give it a second while everybody's...
Please feel free to take your pictures now. We'll pull up the slides. Okay, we're going to continue on. I have just a brief presentation I want to share with the board due to timelines. I haven't been here quite a year, and I think this is the third time I'm talking about a levy. So let's talk about November. You can go to the next slide, please. So as you are aware, we always end up with limited time as a board and administration to talk about a levy request. So tonight, what I hope to do is to address any questions or concerns you have in regards to November, to establish an avenue for community feedback. One of the things that we heard throughout this campaign was that the community didn't really weigh in the way that maybe we wanted them to. And then I want to talk a little bit about the timeline so that you know what you have to consider. So go ahead to the next slide, please. So why are we doing this? I've said this probably 3 other times. As a school district, we only have 2 mechanisms to generate revenue. One is property tax, and the other is what we attempted to do in May, and that was a school district income tax. Those are the only 2 avenues that we have. And I know I've quipped before about, we can't invest in Bitcoin, we're not winning the lottery. Those still remain true. So we have to be thoughtful and strategic about how we want to approach November. Because after November, if we fail, the district's going to look very different. Because without any money to operate, it will be very difficult to balance a budget. So that's our why. We got 9,000 students and their families here that expect us to provide for them a high-quality education, and that is exactly what we are attempting to do. So next slide. So we do have a board policy. This is the board's policy, not my policy, and I've shared this before. And I'm going to read the yellow highlights for you so that you understand, again, what the policy says. It says the board believes that maintaining a cash reserve balance of 60 days of the last fiscal year's operating expenses is necessary in the interest of sound fiscal management. Operating expenses are found on line 4.50 of the 5-year forecast, which includes all expenditures and debt service. The board affirms that tax levies shall, and I do underline shall because it doesn't say may or should or could, it says shall be pursued, and where the district's finances otherwise managed to ensure a general fund cash reserve balance equivalent to 60 days of last fiscal year's operating expenses. The cash balance reserve will be approved as part of the annual 5-year forecast and will be calculated yearly. So I know Mr. Nucio's mentioned the next update of the 5-year forecast is in August. So we have some estimates, but I know he's not prepared to talk about the 5-year forecast, but that is what we'll pivot off of in August. Those are the numbers that will be actual for you to consider. Just in terms of the 60 days, and of course, Mr. Nucio can correct me if I misspeak, but approximately $25 million is required to meet our cash policy. I know that we'll end up this year above that, this fiscal year, and you'll see that in August. But to maintain 60 days cash balance, it's approximately $25 million that we have in a cash reserve. Go to the next slide. So here are your options to consider, to discuss, to gather feedback. So let's go to the next slide. All right, so I put 3 things on here. I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth. So here, first of all, I'm going to recommend to you that we don't have a choice, and this board should consider putting a levy on the ballot. So what we attempted this year, 1.75% school district income tax. It was actually a three-pronged request. In exchange for 1.75%, we would cease collections, which the board approved in a resolution, on 3 emergency levies that expire 30, 31, and 34. It's approximately $40 million. In addition to the district cutting $9 million over 3 years. Well, we didn't pass in May, the levy failed. So there's no property tax relief for property owners, although we are on the path of looking at cuts district-wide, and I'll be able to share something with you later tonight. The 3, 3, and 3 is essentially not on the table because that was part of the request. But I want to mention that because we're still continuing to look at where we can reduce the budget. So you could go after, the board can consider going after this very same request, 1.75%, give back the 3 emergency levies, and we'll likely have to pick a different number in terms of reductions. 9 million might not be enough, given what we think we'll see in August. I talked with our consultants who helped with the levy committee, Support Ohio Schools, Jerry Rampelt, Mike Collins, and the discussion that I had with them was the request that we made in May was confusing. It was confusing because we had an income tax at a fairly, you could probably argue, a high percentage. We were unable, because we're not allowed to put on the ballot the language that the board considered in terms of what the give back and the property tax relief looked like. You did pass a resolution, that was the plan, but it was not on the ballot, and so people didn't see that there and questioned it. And then, of course, you know, trying to reduce out our budget and maintaining fiscally responsible on our end. So their recommendation is to just look at a school district income tax. And you could see what I'll talk through here. And I think the other thing the board has to consider in this request is, do you want it, we asked for a continuous, and we did that initially because we anticipated if it passed in November, we wouldn't have to come back to the community potentially until 2032-ish. And that would keep us off the levy trail for about 7 years. But that may have been confusing to people as well. Maybe not confusing, maybe just like you're just going to tax us forever and we don't maybe like that. So again, something for the board to consider is, do you want to term limit this, 5 years, 10 years, continuous, however you want to do that. So that's what I want you to consider and think about as we talk about the options. So let's go to the next slide. I think I've already explained the option 1. So just a little more information here. In this request in May, it might look a little different if this is what the board opted to do. It would net essentially $10 million. We would give back $40 million in 3 emergency levies, and we collect $50 million as reported from the Department of Taxation in that particular request. So we'd net $10 million. Again, so you see the numbers, something to consider. Next option is, next slide, the 0.75 school district income tax. This will generate approximately $21.4 million. This would just be the board considering a straight-up request for a school district income tax. If you wanted to do anything else with that, of course, that would be up to you, and we can have those discussions. But one of the recommendations was just request a straight-up school district income tax. At 0.750%, it would generate approximately $21.4 million. And the last option, next slide, option 3, is 0.5%, which generates approximately $14.1 million. And I say approximately because those numbers have to be certified by the Department of Taxation before it would ever make it to the ballot, if the board chooses to do that. So there are 3 options for you to consider. Let's go to the next slide real quick, just so you understand the timeline. So this board has to pass 2 resolutions in July, because if you look at the last sentence there, you have to have everything done by August 5th to get it on the ballot. And so I mention this because I've heard this from community members, from staff, there's just not enough time. Well, there never is when you're in this cycle, because there is a time frame in which you have to get things done, which is why we're having this discussion today, so that you can consider what it is you may want to do here in the next month. So you have to have two resolutions: a resolution of necessity, basically stating that we need the money, and this is what we want to request, and then a resolution to proceed, which would go to, so one goes to the Department of Taxation, then the other goes to the Board of Elections to be placed on the ballot. They both need to be done in July. And as you know, we have one meeting in July, and if the board's going to consider this, we'd have to have another meeting for you to do to the second resolution. So Department of Taxation certifies the collection amount, Board of Elections places it on the ballot. And I think that's the last slide. You go to the next one. Oh, it is not the last slide. I apologize. I have this on the first slide. I want to make sure we talk about this. So, and these are just two thoughts I had. And again, this is really up to the board, but if we really are interested, if the board is interested in hearing from the community, my experience here and in other superintendencies is we can hold town halls and we could hold meetings, but typically we get tens of people, and it's usually the same folks. So we could have a facilitated discussion. The board could host facilitated discussions in person. But if you really want to collect, I would suggest considering we push out a survey to the community that is easily accessed and collected. It could be through Google, get QR codes or whatever, and to ask the questions that the board feels that they want to know a little bit more about from the community perspective on a request for November. I think that's the last slide. That is the last slide. So just to recap real quick, timeline, everything has to be done by August 5th. I've presented 3 options, but you may want to have discussion about other options, and which is absolutely your prerogative, but I wanted to share with you, at least from the inside, this is how we see the finances. This is where we think we can potentially get something successful on the ballot in November. And then we could talk about how you want to collect any community feedback. So I'll stop there. If you have questions, if you want comments, want to give input or direction on this, that would be great.
Dr. Hunt. So I have a few things. So I'll start with the last slide with the community weigh-in. With the limited amount of time we have, I do understand, the community coming out in small waves. However, I would like to be able to have the option, and I hope, we can have this discussion as the board, having the option to do both, maybe sending out the survey and having a facilitated discussion.
Yeah, I wasn't suggesting just one.
Okay.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
And so with that being said, too, I just want some clarity, too. So when we talked about removing the give backs on the renewals, so would that be the rationale in taking away the 1% of the income tax that we're going after?
So the first scenario, which we put up in May, would be a net of $10 million. So why don't we just pick some percent that gives us $10 million? The state Department of Taxation only allows you to do increments of 0.25%. So you could do 0.25%, which generates like $6.5 million.
There's an insert in your folder that has the percentages. If you want to look at that, sorry, I forgot it's in your packet
I'm just
there.
kind of
Yeah,
doing this from.
Nope. It's a one-sheeter. It has percentages for SDI. That's
Yes,
correct,
that's
yes.
the one.
Thank
Correct.
you.
So if
Sorry
you look at
about
the
that.
last column where it says earned income tax, you're only allowed to do it, even though it's listed there as 0.25, and then there's 0.375, then 5.5. The state only allows you to do it in increments of 0.25. So if you do 0.25, it generates somewhere about, $6.5 million or something like that. 0.5 would generate $14 million, as Dr. Hunt showed, and then 0.75 generates $21 million. So we could not pick just $10 million you have to either pick 0.25, 0.5, or 0.75. So we're not going to be able to match up what we did in May with our first request. So why are we taking away 1%? We're actually just looking at what the net effect is going to be. It was 10 million in May. We're trying to get something close to it. So you're either looking at 0.75, which is 21 million, or 0.5, which is 14 million, because 0.25 is probably not going to meet our needs. Does that answer your question?
It does.
And let me just add, I think we'll have a better picture too in August. When you do the forecast, I look at the numbers, it makes me nervous to know that come 29, where we dip below our cash policy, even in the last request, getting a net of 10 million, is that enough? And I'm asking that out loud, so you pose that question. Because I don't know if it's 0.75, and I don't know that it's 0.5. But the net of 10 million coming into this would have pushed us out to 24. I don't know with the effects of the new forecast, where we're anticipating a bigger loss, where that number falls. So I think that should be part of your conversation.
Thank you. And then, Dr. Hunt, something I didn't see in here also I think needs to, you did mention the fact that we are still moving forward with being fiscally responsible, looking at areas where we can, unfortunately make cuts. However, we are also going to be responsible, I believe that'll probably be coming soon, about being in fiscal precaution. Is that not correct? We talked about that in the last.
Yes, I believe the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce would put us in fiscal precaution after we do the 5-year forecast in August. So I'd imagine sometime in September, Dr. Hunt and myself will receive a letter from the state saying you need to come up with some kind of plan to get rid of your deficit in year 3 of the forecast. And we need to submit it to them.
Thank you.
That's the first step, the fiscal precaution.
Thank you. I just wanted to clarify that there would still need a plan moving forward as well.
We have a plan, and then as we discussed a couple of meetings ago, we'll have what I would call the nuclear option if we don't get through a November request. Because I think we're guesstimating, so don't quote the number, somewhere around 14 million.
So, and I would like to have more discussion. This will be my last thing. I'd like to have this discussion with my fellow board members. Also, I think you mentioned too, this time we're looking at maybe term limits. I can tell you, I truly feel, just hearing the feedback in the community, that was a strong ask for a continuous. And, they would like to have that time for us to prove their trust. We deal with quit asking us for out levies, but then we want that power to be able to say, and I understand both. So I can just speak for myself. I'm looking at whatever we can do, but I'm also looking at term limits on the not term limits, but having a limit on when we would come back and ask for a renewal. So I'd like to open that discussion.
This was a lot of information, and I'm really grateful that Dr. Hunt got this to us now, so we have time to review it. So I don't really have much to contribute now,
and that's
if
okay.
I'm being honest, because I just really want the opportunity to review all of this. So thank you so much for your presentation. I just don't have much to contribute to a discussion right now, because I do want to go home, look over this, and process some of this information before having a thoughtful discussion.
Yeah, please know I had no expectation that you would dip into this. It's a lot of information. You have a lot of things to consider. I would hope that you would ask a lot of questions specifically around what this generates, should there be a term on this, and knowing, and I'll go back to what Mr. Nucio said, like, in the state of Ohio, you have to submit a 5-year forecast. And so they look at year 3 in a forecast. And I don't know about you, but I couldn't tell you what my budget's going to look like in year 3 from now. But we are required to do that. And so a lot of what would happen out of the Department of Ed in terms of precaution or caution hinges on what they look at 3 years out. And a lot can change in 3 years, a lot can change in 1 year. And the fact of the matter is that since 2011, we've been pushing this out with failure after failure after failure. I would say the district should be commended in being able to do that. But I can tell you, in 2029, without new money, the district is going to look a lot different. And that is a fact. That is not a statement of threat. I'm not trying to scare anybody. But when we don't have the money to run the operations and provide the things that people expect us to provide, it will be a different look here.
Ms. Kerpick, I didn't mean to put any of the board members on the spot with that, but we will have to have another discussion. So whether that be holding a work session, but just making everybody aware we're on a limited time frame with this, so.
Yeah, I would love if we could schedule a work session to talk about this. And maybe prior to that, we could all get some situations to Sean where you could put the numbers together of how long it would carry us through. Like if we did, 0.5% with a 5-year limit, like what that would look like for us.
I could do that.
Please. Thank you. But yeah, maybe we could reconvene in like a week, next 2 weeks, and get back together. For me, I feel like 2 weeks would be a week or two would be an appropriate amount of time to look through all of this and to have another, just have a work session.
Yep.
Where we can all get together and talk about this further.
Mr. Reyes?
Please, consent.
I have a couple of questions. That's okay?
Yep.
Okay. So as far as timing, the 5-year forecast is at the end of August or the middle?
It is due the August 31st.
Okay. So if we submit, let's just say, 0.5% to the Board of Education or Board of Elections on August 5th, when we get the forecast back and it's not enough, what's the process to change that?
There is no process to change it. Once you submit it to the Board of Elections to go up on the ballot, which is 90 days prior to the election day, there's no change in. You could pull the resolution, or you can pull the levy, but you can't change it once that August 5th date comes.
So I guess how would we have the right information to know which amount is actually needed? Is it based off the previous 5-year forecast?
No, the previous 5-year forecast does not have any school district income tax worked into it. I could give you scenarios, which I did in the previous forecast. I think we had a special meeting or regular meetings, we talked about it. And I could give you what we estimate the cost will be. The Department of Election will tell us, the Department of Taxation will tell us how much money they would 0.25 or 0.75 or 0.5 generates. They base that on tax returns. They have all that information, and they do it for a lot of school districts in the state, so they're pretty accurate on that information.
Okay. Is there any way to get the 5-year forecast earlier so we know what the correct amount to ask for is?
It's possible. I do have a 5-year forecast consultant, and there's a lot of information that goes into the 5-year forecast. And some of the tax rates and the tax information we just don't have right now. The county hasn't released it yet, so if we don't have accurate information from the county, it's hard to do a forecast with incomplete information.
Okay. Then you also mentioned that we're still looking at reducing the budget. When can we expect some kind of presentation on how the budget's been reduced?
I have a discussion with you in executive session this evening.
Okay, thanks. That's all I got. Thank you.
Mr. McCune?
I have no questions at this time. I'd like to just take the opportunity to review all this, spend time with you all, and come to the best solution. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Reyes, are you open to having a work session to discuss this further? Okay. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page about that. Sorry.
We'll work on coordinating time. we'll work on coordinating time.
Thank you. Dr. Hunt, does that complete your report? Thank you. Next, we are going to move into, actually, there's committee meeting reports. However, I am going to have to skip over that until next meeting because there has been a lot that I was in attendance for to be able to prepare, and I'll take that on me and the presiding officer. So I will have those for you. But we have all those resolutions. You're able to ask questions on those tonight. So with that being said, I'm going to move into communications for board members. So I just have no formal communication tonight, but I just want to say I hope everybody is enjoying a well-deserved summer break to our staff and students.
If I may.
Yes.
I just want to say welcome to the board, Mr. McCune.
Thank you very much. I'm honored to be here. This has been quite an interesting time for me, and I want to thank Madam President, Madam Vice President, Nick. They've reached out to me so many times, and thank you so much for helping me along this way. And Dr. Hunt, I'm glad that we get the chance to chat and learn things. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Treasurer, communications.
I do not have anything tonight.
Do we have a PTA council report? Okay. I know it's the last meeting of the month, so I was just checking. Okay, so with that being said, we are going to open it up to public comments for items on the agenda. This is an invitation to the public to address the Board of Education with comments concerning agenda items. I don't believe this one is agenda items. So we will move on. We are now going to move into business. I am not sure who has business.
That's me.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Reyes.
Thank you, Ms. Sebastian. I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-285, authorizing to dispense with competitive bidding requirements and award a contract under a cooperative purchasing program for roof repairs at Normandy High School.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-285. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian.
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-285 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-286, declaring that a case of urgent necessity exists and authorizing the replacement of the Densler Tower antenna.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-286. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian.
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-286 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-287, authorizing offering advertising sponsorships for district athletic programs.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-287. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian.
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-287 has been approved.
Do any other board members have anything to discuss regarding business? This concludes business. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reyes. We're now moving on to curriculum. Is that you?
Ms. Kerpick.
second on that.
I think you're reading curriculum.
Nope, I am, sorry.
You are?
I didn't have it on my paper. I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-288. Resolution to adopt a virtual learning plan pursuant to RC 3313.482.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-288. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes. Resolution 2026-06-288 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-289, approval of overnight out-of-state field trip to Erie, PA, July 20th to 23rd, 2026.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-289. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-289 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-290, authorization to renew and/or purchase district digital instructional technology tools for the 2026-2027 school year.
Second that.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-290. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes. Resolution 2026-06-290 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-291, approval to enter into an affiliation agreement between the Career and Technical Education Job Training Experiential Learning Program of the Parma City School District and Danny Boys.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-291. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-291 has been approved.
Unless another board member has anything to discuss, this will conclude curriculum. No? Yes, curriculum.
It's okay. It's summer. Thank you, Ms. Kerpick. I almost said thank you, Mr. Reyes. So, see. Thank you, Ms. Kerpick. Finance.
Mr. Reyes,
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-292, approval of the May 2026 financial report.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-292. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-292 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-293, acceptance of contributions and donations.
Second?
06-293. Are there any questions or comments from the board? I just want to take a minute to thank everyone for their generous donations and contributions. Anybody else have anything? Nope. Okay.
No, just thank you to all these people for keeping the school district in mind.
Roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-293 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-295, adoption of fiscal year 2026 final appropriations.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution
I skipped
20.
one.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I skipped one.
you
I'll
skipped
go back to it.
I'm sorry.
294.
Yeah,
So
I'll
we
go
need
back
to
to
go
it.
back to 294.
I'm going back to 294?
No, he skipped 294.
Oh, okay.
Well, this one's already on the floor, right?
Yes, I think you're right.
I'll go back to it.
Yeah, please go back.
Okay. I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-294, ratification of investments.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-294. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-294 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-295, adoption of fiscal year 2026, final appropriations.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-295. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-295 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-296, adoption of fiscal year 2027, permanent appropriations.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-296. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-296 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-297, approval of request to advance funds.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-297. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-297 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-298, approval of petty cash change funds for fiscal year 2027.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-298. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-298 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-299, resolution approving health insurance premium changes for fiscal year 2027.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-299. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Mr. Nucio, I
Yes.
just wanted to ask if there are any wellness initiatives or plan design changes or any other strategies that the insurance committee is exploring to kind of help, get the claim, reduce the claims, but also maintaining quality benefits.
Yeah, so we talked we've had discussions probably over a 6-month period about eliminating the GLP-1 drugs for weight loss. Those are your Wegovy, Zepbound, things like that. And we're going to phase those out effective January 1st, 2027. Now, people who are covered by our plan who use those drugs, GLP-1 drugs, for medical necessity, if it's diabetes or heart condition or something, we're not eliminating that, just the weight loss. And that half-year elimination of drugs is approximately $800,000. And then as we go further, we'll have a full year of eliminating the drugs. So we do discuss many things in the insurance committee meetings to try to keep down costs. Also, we're going to the Great Lakes COG, which is a council of governments with other school districts. It's like a consortium, purchasing consortium that we try to eliminate. We try to reduce administrative costs and get better rates because we're a larger group with not just us, but we're other school districts in there. So we are looking at different ways to cut our costs with keeping up the same plan that we have.
Thank you. And that's in line, I would have to say that's pretty much in line with the GLP-1 medications that other districts are doing probably the same thing.
Yeah, our consultant said he hasn't seen any other districts that actually cover weight loss GLP-1 drugs. That we'd be the only one. So we're moving in that direction with other school districts.
Okay, thank you. Good.
No, I don't have any questions. Thank
Good.
you.
Okay. Okay, so roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian.
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-299 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-299.1, approval of Healthcare Process Consulting, Inc. service agreement.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-299.1. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian.
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-299 has been approved.
Do any other board members have anything further to discuss regarding finance? This concludes finance. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reyes. We will now move on to a lot of human resources.
Thank you. I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-300. Approval of the following certified exhibits: confirmation of certified appointments, confirmation of certified replacements, confirmation of stipend amounts, confirmation of supplemental appointments, confirmation of supplemental contracts, confirmation of summer school administration contracts, acceptance of certified resignations, and acceptance of certified administrative resignations.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-300. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian.
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-300 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-301, confirmation of certified administrative appointments and replacements.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-301. Are there any questions or comments from the board? I would just like to take a moment to congratulate each of these individuals on their new appointments. Thank you for your commitment to our students, our staff, and our community, and we wish you the best and congratulations. Roll call, please, Mr. Nucio. Roll
Ms.
call,
Ker-
please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian.
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-301 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-302, acceptance of certified administrative retirements.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-302. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian.
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-302 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-303, approval of revised supplemental salary schedule.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-303. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes. Resolution 2026-06-303 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-304, approval of separation agreement.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-304. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-304 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-305, creation of Administrative Specialist of Human Resources position and adoption of job description.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-305. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes. Resolution 2026-06-305 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-306, creation of Director of Student Services position and adoption of job description.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-306. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Just quickly, Dr. Hunt, I wanted to do it on the last one, but I skipped it. But could you just give us like a brief description about Resolution 2026-06-306?
Yeah, I'll talk about both since we're
Both of
on.
them.
Okay,
Thank you.
so as you know, Dr. Lyer is leaving the district in the next several days, and so he's going to leave a gap. It's a position we're not filling. And so to assist with HR and from a district view, filling some of the gap that Dr. Lyer will leave with his departure. This individual will really serve as a point of contact for the district, serving as an ombudsman to take any requests, calls from the community, and really make sure that those concerns, questions are addressed. Also will assist in compliance. As you know, we've made a great effort this year to make sure that we've provided compliance training for all of our staff. So this role will serve to oversee compliance, rules, regulations, laws, as well as training. And so that'll be a portion of that role. Director of Student Services, as I understand, I think was a position we previously had in the district that was vacated or abolished. And so, again, this is, and maybe a little deeper explanation. So I think I may have shared this with some of you before. Our first ring leadership school districts meet frequently, and Richmond Heights has about 900 students, and they have 7 individuals on their senior leadership team. Parma City Schools has 9,000 students, 12 buildings, administrative center, and special programs at Parma Park. And we have 8 people that serve our district in a senior leadership capacity. There are gaps. So one of the gaps that this role will fill is really specific to student services, multi-tiered systems of supports, 504 plans, assisting with special education, student health and wellness, mental health supports. And so this is something that we've kind of piecemealed in terms of how we have handled situations this year. So this is a gap that needs to be filled to make sure that we are supporting all of our students across the district.
Thank you, Dr. Hunt. And I would just go to say, too, I did some research, and for a district our size, that is something that would be typical to have somebody that oversees special education and somebody who has, working together, obviously, and somebody who is actually overseeing student services as well. So thank you for the explanation. Roll call, unless anybody else? Nope, okay. Roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes. Resolution 2026-06-306 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-307, revision of the high school principal job description and adoption of revised job description.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-307. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-307 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-308, approval of the following classified exhibits: confirmation of classified appointment, confirmation of classified replacements, confirmation of change in classified assignments, confirmation of classified stipends, acceptance of classified resignations, and approval of classified non-compensated leaves of absence.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-308. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-308 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-309, acceptance of classified retirements.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-309. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-309 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-310, authorization to release from employment during probationary period, classified employee.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-310. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-310 has been approved.
Unless another board member has anything to discuss, this will conclude Human Resources.
May I step in here for Human Resources?
Yes,
Because
Dr. Hunt, I
we have a lot of new
apologize.
hires
Yes.
in the audience that we've invited tonight, so I want to take a minute to recognize them, read a little bit about them. We do have some familiar faces and some that you won't know. So good to see everyone. I'm going to call your name. If you would just stand, I'd like to read a brief about you and allow everyone to see who you are. So this one you already know. Where's Dr. McCullough? Are you here, Dr. McCullough? There she is. So Dr. Mandy McCullough is our new principal at Valley Forge High School, right here at Valley Forge. Ms. McCullough has dedicated 22 years to the field of education, serving students, staff, and communities through a variety of teaching and leadership roles. She began her career as a Spanish teacher, spending 11 years inspiring students to develop language proficiency, cultural awareness, and a passion for lifelong learning. For the past 11 years, Dr. McCullough has proudly served the Parma City School District. She began her administrative career as Dean Administrative Intern before advancing to the role of Assistant Principal, a position that she's held here for the last 9 years. Dr. McCullough earned her Bachelor of Arts in Spanish Education, Master's in Spanish, and a Doctorate in Education, and her educational background is combined with more than 2 decades of experience that has provided her with a strong foundation to lead Valley Forge High School. So welcome. And congratulations, Dr. McCullough. Another familiar face, Melissa, Missy Koss, are you here, Missy? Hi, Missy. Missy is going to take on the responsibility of associate principal here at Valley Forge. She has 17 years of experience in the field. Beginning as a family and consumer sciences teacher, she spent 9 years in the classroom developing meaningful relationships with students while helping them build practical life skills and prepare for future success. She's proudly served the Parma City School District community for 15 of her 17 years in the field, and she steps into the role of associate principal. She values maintaining consistency in expectations, communication, and student support systems while continuing to seek opportunities for innovation and improvement. So welcome and congratulations, Missy. Tracy Perubic. Tracy's right up front. I don't know if you could see through the screen, everyone. Maybe you can come up here this way a little bit. Yeah, thank you. Tracy's our new principal at Greenbrier Middle School. She's an experienced educational leader and educator with more than 24 years of service in public education. She most recently served as the assistant principal at Chardon Middle School, where she's been a member of the administrative team there since 2021. Tracy earned her Master of Educational Administration from Cleveland State University. She received her Bachelor of Music Education, graduating cum laude from the Ohio State University. And outside of her professional responsibilities, she's actively involved in her community through church and civic music organizations. So welcome aboard, Tracy. Another familiar face, Ted Bickley. Mr. Bickley is taking the role of principal at Hillside Middle School. He earned his bachelor's degree in middle-level education from the University of Akron and his master's degree in ed leadership from the University of Cincinnati. He served 4 years as seventh grade math teacher in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, followed by 4 years as assistant principal. He moved back into the Cleveland area and became deputy principal at Parma Senior High School. He was there for 6 years. For the following 9 years, he's acted as principal at Thoreau Park Elementary School. I know Ted's excited for the opportunity to work with students and families and staff at Hillside, and we're very pleased that he's accepted the role there. Thank you, Ted. Gabriella Irvine. Is Gabriella in the audience?
We're going to clap anyway.
Well, I'm going to read anyway and clap. Gabriella will be joining us at First Step as an intervention specialist. She's new to the role, starting at First Step Preschool. She spent 2 years teaching first grade in Garfield Heights and has most recently served as a building substitute at First Step. So welcome and congratulations to Gabriella. Catherine Pina is also a new intervention specialist at First Steps Preschool, and I know that she was not able to attend tonight. So congratulations to Catherine. Matthew Straken. Did I say that right, Matthew? Strachan. My apologies. Matthew Strachan. Matthew's joining us as an intervention specialist at Ridgebrook Elementary. He attended Parma City Schools and has also worked in the district at Ridgebrook as a special ed assistant for 3 years. During that time, he fell in love with special education, decided to pursue a degree at Cleveland State University. Matthew also student taught at Ridgebrook this past spring and is being hired in the same school where he will begin his career as an intervention specialist. Welcome. Jenny Bandura. Hi, Jenny. Jenny, also an intervention specialist, will be at Pleasant Valley Elementary. She comes to Parma after subbing for us for 1.5 years, primarily at Pleasant Valley. She graduated from Kent State University with her bachelor's degree in special ed, focusing on mild to moderate intervention. So welcome aboard, Jenny. Lydia Baranski. Hi, Lydia. Lydia will also be joining Pleasant Valley as a grade 4 teacher. She lives in Avon, where she attended most of her schooling. A graduate in 2025 from Ohio University with a degree in early childhood education. This year, she worked as a long-term sub for the district of North Olmsted, where she got a chance to fill in for 2 teachers on maternity leave and taught 4th grade math and science. finished out the year in a third grade classroom. She got the opportunity to fill in here for some teachers at Thoreau Park and at John Muir, and I know she's excited to be part of the Parma District working at Pleasant Valley. So welcome aboard, Lydia. Isabel Boker, I know she is not in attendance tonight, but she will be teaching 7th grade math and science at Greenbrier Middle School. Kaylee Ballabrush. Kaylee? Hi, Kaylee. Kaylee will be teaching family and consumer science at Valley Forge High School. She was born and raised in Parma, graduated from Parma Senior High in 2017. After graduation, she continued her education at Cleveland State University, where she obtained her bachelor's degree in social studies in 2023. Since then, she has worked as a sub teacher, coaching the freshman volleyball team at Valley Forge, and I know she's thrilled to be here working in the district. So welcome aboard. Nick Cioli. Nick? Did I say that right, Nick? I didn't. Chuli. I apologize. Nick Chuli. Nick will be joining Valley Forge as a business teacher. He's an accomplished educator and coach, 32 years of high school math, and over 3 decades of football leadership in Ohio. After recently retiring as math and head football coach at North Royalton, he's built a career centered on student accountability, academic success, and character development. He's back here at Parma City Schools for a second time after his first stint at Valley Forge from 1998 to 2005. He holds a master's in school counseling, bachelor's in business management, and a dual teaching certification in math and comprehensive business. So, Mr. Shuley, welcome back. Olivia Crosno. Olivia will be joining the Greenbrier Middle School staff, teaching 8th grade science and social studies. She joins Parma City Schools after spending last year teaching 5th grade science, where she demonstrated a strong commitment to student learning, engagement, and academic growth. Olivia brings enthusiasm, creativity, and a passion for education to her classroom. Greenbrier is lucky to have her joining the staff, so welcome, Olivia. Kaylin Davis, I know is not in attendance tonight, but she will also be joining Greenbrier Middle School as a 6th grade ELA teacher. Manch Gamash. Manch? Manch? Couldn't see over the TV. Did I say that? Did I say that correctly? Thank you. Manch will be teaching math here at Valley Forge High School. He's Valley Forge alumni, also participated in sports year-round. During his years at Valley Forge, he was part of the engineering program and followed that into college at Toledo University. Manch then won a more meaningful career, leading him to get his math degree and teaching license from Cleveland State University. And so welcome aboard. Glad to have you at Valley Forge. Emma Goliath. Did I say that right, Emma? Thank you. Are you clapping for me or for Emma? Because I said it right. Okay, thank you. Emma will be joining us, 5th grade science social studies teacher at Greenbrier Middle. She's a 2025 graduate of Baldwin Wallace University with a degree in middle childhood education. She's from Berea and most recently worked in North Royalton as a long-term 4th grade sub. So welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Audrey Illig, who is not here tonight, will be teaching 6th grade math at Shiloh Middle School. Alexis Janishevsky. Did I say that right? 6th grade ELA social studies teacher, be joining the Greenbrier Middle School staff. She's excited to be joining the staff this year. She graduated with honors from Cleveland State University with a Bachelor's of Science in Education, and she was a member of the Jack Joseph and Morton Mandel Honors Program. Previously, she taught 6th and 8th grade ELA in the Cleveland Metropolitan School District and enjoyed helping students grow as readers, writers, and critical thinkers. So welcome aboard, Alexis. Emma Kilbane. Emma? Emma's going to be teaching grade 3 at Pleasant Valley Elementary. She recently earned her Bachelor of Science in Education from Bowling Green State University and holds an Ohio primary pre-K through 5 teaching license. She completed her student teaching in a third grade classroom, where she gained experience teaching literacy, math, science, and social studies while collaborating closely with her teaching team to support student learning and growth. Welcome aboard, Emma. Faith Maloney. Hello, Faith. Faith will be joining Pleasant Valley Elementary as a grade 2 STEM teacher. She has 2 years of classroom experience and a passion for helping students grow both academically and personally. She's a Normandy High School graduate and then left Normandy to attend Hiram College, where she pursued a degree in education and discovered her love for working with young learners. So welcome aboard, Faith. Kylie Mignagna. No. Say it for me, Kylie. Mignon. Love it. Kylie Mignon. She'll be joining the ACES program as an intervention specialist. She started her educational career at Wadsworth City Schools in 2021, where she was a classified employee at the intermediate school in the ED and MD units, as well as a media center aide at the middle school. She received her bachelor's degree in 24, which enabled her to pursue her special education licensure. Kylie, welcome aboard. Gina Panagiatou. Did I say it right? Piniotu. Gina will be joining Ridgebrook Elementary as a 4th grade science and social studies teacher. She grew up here in the Parma City School District, so it's especially meaningful for her to give back to the community. Gina graduated from The Ohio State University, where she earned a bachelor's degree in primary education, and we know she's excited to begin her teaching career here in Parma at Ridgebrook. Welcome aboard. Caitlin Slawinski. Did I say that right, Caitlin? I'm getting it. I apologize. I'm getting it. Caitlin's going to be joining Greenbrier Middle School as a 7th grade ELA and social studies teacher. She's a graduate of Miami University, where she earned her bachelor's degree in middle childhood education with concentrations in language arts and social studies. She also holds a TESOL, teaching English to English speakers other languages, endorsement, and a minor in political science. So welcome aboard, Caitlin. And our last individual who is not here this evening is Aaron Thomas, and Aaron will be joining Pleasant Valley Elementary as a music teacher. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thank you.
I'd just like to also say welcome to the PCSD family, everyone. So many great hires tonight, and it was really heartwarming to hear the alumni that also came back, and I know there's some crying in Thorough Park hallways, so yeah, or it was him. So so welcome aboard, everyone. Thank you. We will now move into policies.
Right back to me. I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-311. Approval of the following revised policies. Policy 7540.09, Artificial Intelligence.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-311. Are there any questions or comments from the board? I just want to take a minute to talk about this policy. We were under a time crunch with the policy to get it approved by July 1st. However, if you were at the last previous board meetings, I don't know if it was the last or the previous before that, or you're watching the board meetings, we had a group of first ring students who had previously presented on AI in schools, and we invited them to come back and help inform policy on AI. So I just wanted to make mention that this will be something that we will be constantly working on and updating, but we had to get this resolution in. So we are still keeping our promise to those students. I just wanted to clarify that. Anyone else? Roll call, please, Mr. Nucio.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes.
Yes.
Mrs. Sebastian.
Yes, Resolution 2026-06-311 has been approved.
First reading of following revised policies. Policy 6320, purchase and bidding. Policy 6325, procurement federal grants funds. Unless another board.
Second? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, this is a first reading, so on a first reading,
Oh,
we
okay.
we don't vote in roll call.
Okay.
I don't know why I was pausing so long, but it wasn't for a second. Unless another board member has anything to discuss, this will conclude policy.
Thank you, Ms. Kerpick. So we are now moving into information requested by board members. Do we have any information requested by board members tonight? No. Okay. So that will move us right into public comments. At this point, we open the meeting to the public to address the board with comments and/or concerns. Do we have any requests? We do. So with that being said, we are going to just go over our policies. Request to be heard forms were to be completed and submitted in person to our administrative secretary. All statements shall be directed to the board president as per policy 0169.1. Comments that are repetitive, obscene, disparaging, abusive, irrelevant, and/or comments that constitute a threat will not be tolerated, and the speaker will be asked to stop speaking and/or to leave the meeting. Please know that various board policies exist which set forth processes and procedures to be used in investigating and addressing personnel issues and cannot be addressed in public. As per board policy, we may not be able to respond directly or address some issues at this time. If that information is not readily available, we will respond at our next regular board meeting. 3 minutes have been allotted per speaker. Please remember to state your name and address for the record. Would Kevin Kusmal please come to the microphone?
Thank you, Madam President. Kevin Kuzmal, 3160 Hetzel Drive, Parma, Ohio. First, I'd like to say that it's good seeing you in this situation, as the last time I saw you, I was in a dunk tank, and you had quite an arm and got me almost a couple times, but Madam President, the Vice President had a much better strategy at dunking me that was more effective. I wanted to mention, Madam President, House Bill 455, which holds the substitute of Senator Patton's bill, Senate Bill 416, that I provide sponsored testimony on. This was put in as a substitute amendment that you may be aware of. The amendment reads, affecting revised code 3313.11, the board shall not consider a person's reason for absence insufficient if the reason of that person is an active or reserve member of the armed forces of the United States or the Ohio National Guard and is deployed outside the territory of the district of the Education Service Center or of the district or the Education Service Center as applicable. As used in this paragraph, Armed Forces of the United States has the same meaning in section 5907.01 of the revised code. Madam President, I'm hoping this passed both the Senate and the House. This was a priority with leadership that I've talked to on both sides, and it awaits the governor's signature right now, which I believe the governor will give. So I'm glad that this can provide clarity to this board that they were looking for on guidance, how to go forward with Board Member McTaggart's deployment. Madam President, also close to the 4th of July, I'd like to thank the members of our military who are here and abroad, who are deployed, like Board Member McTaggart. Thank them for their service, for their freedoms. I know specifically for Board Member McTaggart, who's deployed overseas at Al Udeid Air Base. We're grateful for the airmen who are over there in harm's way right now with Iran. Madam President, I also know right now that there's not a back and forth discussion, and I apologize if I missed it, but I'd also ask that if there's new committee assignments with Board Member McCune, if those be communicated, and I apologize if I did not see those. And Madam President, I would like to reiterate to you and to the other members of the board that if there's anything that I can do to be helpful or in particular, if there is information that might be requested, all of you can reach out to me. I believe all of you have my information and can contact me directly. I'd be more than happy to assist any information that you might be looking for. And I hope you guys have a great 4th of July and see you at the parade. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kusmal. Yeah, we were informed of House Bill 455. Senator Patton did inform us of that. So in anticipation of comments and questions, we have reached out to Ms. McTaggart to get clarification, because we would love nothing more than to be able to actually not even wait for the governor, but if we can get clarification. Your time is up. Yeah, but can I please finish? Can I please finish? Yeah,
I'll take
Yeah,
the
that's-
16, and that's it, Madam President. I'd like to apologize because I left out something very
Mr.
important.
Kusmal.
It's an
Mr.
answer to that
Kusmal.
question, Madam President. Board Member McTaggart's employer is here. If you'd like to talk to him about the status of where she is right now, be more than happy, since she is deployed overseas and qualifies for this, under this bill that is going forward. Thank you, Madam President.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'd like to finish my statement, Mr. Kusmal. However, we do need to have that clarification from Ms. McTaggart herself. We are seeking that clarification, and if we receive that, we would love to do, as I said, nothing more, but to be able to not even wait for the governor, and we would go ahead and excuse that. But we, in order to make sure she receives that criteria that is stated in that amendment, in that House bill, we need, and that is our duty as a board, to have that documentation. I do appreciate you sharing that information, though. Thank you. Is there any new business? No new business? Okay. So we are now going to move into executive session. I move to adopt Resolution 2026-06-312 to adjourn to the executive session relative to personnel matters.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2026-06-312. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please. Mr. Nucio.
Mrs. Sebastian,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. McCune,
Yes.
Mr. Reyes.
Yes.
We are now in executive session.